Willie D Live.
What's up, family? According to reports, R. Kelly recently broke down in tears, saying that none of his family members, including his daughter, has been to see him in prison for nearly a year. He also said a friend who he gave $1 million to help his business has not been to see him either. What do y'all think about that, fam? My thoughts. Family, this is what happens when you're in prison. This is the reality of out of sight, out of mind. Also, because you can't help me, then I have no incentive to come see you. You ain't got nothing for me. What am I coming around you for? Some people have that attitude. Here's the thing, fam. I've seen a number of guys go to prison and they get down on themselves because family and people who they thought were friends don't support them while they're locked up. They don't come to see them. They don't write. They don't send money. You know, they don't check on them. I came to the realization when I was 17 years old. First time I ever went to jail. No, actually, that wasn't the first time. But for something major. I realized that I'm on my own. But the trip part is, I didn't hold it against the people that didn't come see me. I really didn't even want them to see me like that. I didn't want the people that I love to go through the embarrassment of being searched and having these guards, look at them and grill them, asking them questions like they're the criminal. I didn't like that. I did not like that. Also, didn't like the idea of my girl coming up there, because boy, if you've ever been to the county jail or even prison, when a female come through, man, these dudes be acting like they ain't never in their life saw a female before. And they just some of them have that look on their face like, it's like it's like you're throwing a steak in a cage for a lion, a group of lions, Or a better example would be dangling a steak outside of a cage with a group of lions, right? Outside of a For some dudes locked up, a woman coming into a jail facility, it's like dangling a steak outside of a cage full of lions. Yeah, it's like that. So I've never been a fan of people coming to see me, come see me while I'm locked up and all that. I'd rather just find me a routine and stick with that routine. Get my routine down and stick to my routine. Only go to visit when it's absolutely necessary, because, the shame, the humiliation that come with even going to visit somebody. They make you strip, they are looking all up your stuff, man. It's really dehumanizing, And I'm talking about from the inmate standpoint now. I don't even see how a dude can have a job like that. Like, your job is to look up dudes' asses all day long. That's what you do. That's what you see. Just looking at nuts and butts and, the other stuff. All day long. Couldn't do it. But there is a bright side to all of this, right? There's a bright side to people not coming to see you who you expect to come see you, right? The bright side is you get to tighten your circle up, you know? Now you get to see what people are really about. Because the thing about a person like R. Kelly is that, or anybody with money, loan paper, celebrity, they never know who's with them and who's really against them. They never really know who's there for them until they go through something, until they lose everything. They gotta lose it all to really get a good idea of who's with them. A lot of times these dudes, they come up on a lot of money. As soon as that money gone, that wife gone. She gone. That girl gone. Just like that, she gone. And, sometimes they get divorced anyway. The woman end up splitting anyway. But the thing about that money is that money make her negotiate longer. She don't leave as fast when you got that money. Sorry, ladies. Got caught a striking a ball, a ball. But yeah, a woman is less likely to leave faster when you got that money. When you got that money, she gonna compromise a little bit more. She gonna deal with your BS just a little bit longer. That's how that go. Oftentimes for people like R. Kelly, you gotta lose everything. You really gotta lose everything. And R. Kelly pretty much has lost everything. He's lost everything. But R. Kelly is also the type of dude who can get it back, because when you have the type of talent that he have, you can always get paid. Now, the key for R. Kelly is getting up out of that bad boy before he becomes a senior citizen. He gotta get up out of there. And I don't think R. Kelly gonna do 20 years. I don't think that. I think R. Kelly is gonna be freed within the next 2 years. I don't think R. Kelly gonna be in jail for much longer. Yeah, I absolutely think he's gonna be sprung up out of that thing. But yeah, fam, as far as like people coming to see you in jail and all that kind of stuff, man, if I wouldn't trip on something like that. I don't even trip on, or I didn't even trip on pictures and stuff. I don't care to see pictures from the outside world. I'm on the inside. I'm doing my time on the inside. Let me do my time. Let me worry about this world I'm in right now. I know that other world exists, and I'll be making preparations for when I re-enter that other world. But for right now, I'm only concerned with what's going on right in here. Not saying that I'm not concerned about family and things of that nature, but, I can get an update, make sure people cool and all that kind of stuff. But as far as, trying to, worry about who's coming to see me and who's not, who's writing and who's not, man, I remember everything. I'm taking inventory. When I get out, I deal with y'all then. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.